hello everyone! So happy to be here! Again, this is the first episode, so when you have watched the video, that might be the Monday. But the current time, present time, now, in the video, what I am. That is Saturday, and I just went to the Danshui River bank for recording some videos that I want to just to share some knowledge that is from the bills or egg. So it is very embarrassed. I don't know how to discuss it, and I really don't want to involve in the issue and the incident. One reason is that I really don't know very entirely perfectly, because I am not a congressman and I am not a member of the parties. I cannot, and impossible to just can very understand and in a powder way and over again bewildering something that is to make a comprehension. So that is impossible. But the media stimulating so much. Every media reported the incident that it just has had a very numerous people, that is just about 100,000 people. These protesters going out and to just sitting in front of the legislative yuan and around cover all the yuan. The seeking mention they just want to just deliver that one thing. The first thing, without discussion, without negotiation, this is not democracy. Another one, I remember anti-black box behavior, and the contempt the Congress. So I just can a little bit consider the feeling and I always like to use the word reflection or the consciousness in these people's heart. So if it is a phenomenon in the whole Taiwan country, we have to know one thing is we have to inspect and introspect. Why and how and where the problem is, and we have to do the urgent things to amend it, correct it. So the country is all peoples. The country is not parties. The very strong threatening from the parties just always think about they are all higher than all the people, so they don't want to care so much about the protesters' inner words, in their mind, in their hearts, the feelings. They ignore them and just want to make all the egg pass through. So that is very dangerous. When one day people just to overcome, and insurrection happened. So that it will be very terrible and very troublesome. That is truly a disaster. But the moved parties, these people, the protesters, just to use their behavior and action to just present their denying and rejecting to these deeds from the Congress. So very, very fortunately, coincidence is in the same time the Democratic Progress Party also helped the Congress reform, because they become the minor part in the whole Congress, because the white plus blue is higher, bigger than the green. So that is form a situation that the vote will always prefer and be won by the side combined by the blue and white. So that is a tragedy, I think. So the egg to expanding the right, people will think and they will always wondering and ponder profoundly. So I think after this incident, people will offer the hatred, and that is no opportunity to withdraw back. That is very, very pity and regret. So I didn't tell anything in the video that I just recorded in the morning. I just suggest and I recommended and I introduce share the United States Bills of Rights. That is a very, very meritorious thing. That is truly merit. Even now, some states will celebrate the 100 years, the 150 years, 200 years or more anniversary to celebrate the Bills of Rights established. So that is a very successfully built in the Congress when the United States Bills of Rights has been passed. That is under so many people's hopes, and the Congress, the legislative department, offered is not only the people's hope, and also they're calling their duty on their position. So this definitely it is definitely a very perfect example, I think. So return back. Today is another week. So that's the week, is the first week our country's president and the vice president, the inaugurations. I'm so happy to celebrate a whole week. I don't know, I just received some hints, but I think that is not true. The President Lai always say that he's some kind of people always under and covered in hardship. He's not a very rich comfortable, relaxing, and randomly easily do anything. He's a person always have to restrict himself under frugal, under forbidden rules, and he has always compelled himself into some restriction, the very serious restriction. He's a person with hardness and hardship. Actually, if to say about us, I have to be humble and modest. Personally, please, I am not so hardship and hardness more than you, okay? So, I don't know, I just received a little bit hint from, so I just to share my feelings and some mention. I don't like this. You are the present life. And I admire, respect your virtue, your humility, and your very unbelievable, auspicious gospel that from the heaven offered by the God. So you are a person blessed. You are a person always receive the wonderful praise. So this is the second week. I just want to return back my original life, but I will just support you, and because you succeed from the present child, and you will offer another flavor that is your own. So that is very exciting, and a whole people want to see another new president will just give us what kind of a new Taiwan country. So I can believe that when the President Chai is accompanied by the Vice President Lai, we can see that is formed a very tough and strong power. This time is different. President Lai is accompanied with the Vice President Xiao. The President Xiao is a very international woman. I like her because she is ever occupied in the position in the United States. So and the President Lai, his responsibility and his experience, he's ever studied in the Harvard University School. Everyone should believe him. So that is excellent and very, very absolutely spectacular. I always like to pray and bless them both. So today, okay, that is very, very important. I want to offer. Okay, so ignore the Kuomintang. Okay, I really don't like them to attack me. When the first week just experiencing from the inauguration, they cannot wait and endure. That is very, very terrible and very, very abominable. If a opposite party always want the light, brilliant, descending down confident, but they without any true merit and righteous deed. Why we have to support them? They always yelled out, we have the countries, nations' lights, we are the oldest party, but you have no one did. The country is all people's, it's not yours. You have to be blamed and condemned seriously. I hope you can amend your thought. You were strengthening part to that is because you are the party ever ruled by the John family, the military leader who liked to attack in the war, who liked to kill people. The 228 incident. I hope you can always remember yourself. Okay, fine. I don't like to talk about the Kuomintang. It is very, very seriously. If afterward they can do something is just under the merit and very, very perfect and beautiful, I will praise them. But if not, I think people should not. Again, the DPP, the Democratic Progress Party, is always waiting for all the people's suggestion and all the people supporting, all the people's thought. They want to be a real giant and the promising party that can give all the people the hopes in the future. So afterward, okay, today we are going to continue that's the video 1. Today, we are going to talk about the question. I have ever said that's the video. It is not easy to solve, but I have explained it to you very quickly. I don't know if you understand or in a bewildering. So, that's just to anatomy. Okay, to just analyze all the questions in the content. Okay, so let's see. Okay, the questions say that we said here is a function that is x squared plus 3y squared minus x is equal to, and the x, y are real numbers, so you have to know that x squared and the y squared were always positive, bigger, equal than 0. Okay, the question give you this function, but the real main part, the question wants you to solve the maximum and the minimum in another function. Give you a function. The function is 6y squared plus 3 absolute value in x minus 1. The question wants to express is that they give you a condition. The condition is a function, but they want you to solve the maximum and the minimum in this function. So how we to solve this function? The clues must be hinted in the formal function. So we have to analyze and to tear out the function. Then we can just understand how to solve a main part functions maximum and minimum. Okay, so let's do one thing first. When you see this, here is x squared and y squared. We tidy it up. The y is put on the left side and the x put on the right side. So the x squared plus plus 3y squared minus x equal to, we just tidy it up. That's become the 3y squared equal to plus x minus x squared. Remember, the x and the y are real numbers, so y squared is always bigger and equal than 0. Okay, so the first thing, when from the clues, we have to seek for and to obtain something in it. That is very important. So we have to know the x value or the y value is what, so that we can just bring it in the main parts function and to solve the maximum and minimum. So when here we can see that the x squared, this equation can be formed a kind of style that we can realize the range of the x. So just the way to pull out the x squared minus x minus 2 will smaller and equal than 0. Then the x minus 2 and the x plus 1 will small and equal than 0. Here is very simple. How it from here to this equation. So you can do this. The coefficient is 1, so 1, 1. Here is 2, so that it can be separate into 1, 2. So the middle one's coefficient is negative 1. So we have to make this to be negative 1. So we just make the 2 be negative. So that will just like the 1 plus negative 2 equal minus 1. So the minus 1 is from here. So that is the soft. That is the soft. So we just use the 2 term. That is become x plus 1 and x minus 2. That is all it comes about. So this is very simple, and you have to always remember to do this method. So I can do this for you because I have to explain how they come. So when the 2 items multiply and the smaller equal than 0, we can just know one thing. If it is equal 0, if it is equal 0, so x will equal 2 or negative 1. But it is also smaller than 0. Smaller than 0. So the x is not only equal 2 and the negative 1, because it's smaller. So the x will amount 2 and the negative 1. So because it has smaller than 0, so when x is equal to, the whole term will become 0, and then x is equal negative 1, the whole term will become 0 because 0 is 0. But if smaller than 0 is become negative, so the x must be among 2 and the negative 1. So you have to have this concept. Okay. So therefore, x is among 2 and the negative 1. Okay, come to this part. We have known the x range. So we have to discuss is here. Okay, we use the is here. Remember that the main part function has absolute value. If the x originally because the absolute value, whatever the variable number is negative or positive, when the absolute value covers it all total become positive. But we want to know the real situation. We have left out the absolute value. So we have to discuss the variable number is positive or negative. So that is very important. Now we have the range of x. So we can just discuss. One side is x among 0 and the negative 1. So the absolute value left out, that will become another situation. So another part is the x among 0 and 2. So when we leave out the absolute value, that is another situation. So after the discussion, we can know about the maximum and the minimum in the function that question asks you mainly. Okay, so first, if the x is among negative and it's 0, then the 6y squared plus 3 absolute value x minus 1 will become, because x is negative, amount negative in the 1, 0, amount negative in the 0, x must be negative. Okay, so if we leave out the value, the absolute value, the x must to be transformed. So that will equal to, that will be equal to 2 plus x minus x squared minus 3x minus 1. Okay, here, remember in this chapter we only discuss the situation is just contain only one variable number. So you have to remember do this thing as well. Okay, let's see. Here, 6y squared. Actually, equal 2 and 3y squared is equal to that 2 plus x minus x squared. So that is from this part. Okay, so then we just tidy it up. Here become negative 2x squared minus x plus 3. And we have to do the completing square method. So that will become negative 2. Leave out. That will become x and half. And the bracket is square plus the 25 of 8. So when this time the x equal negative 1 of 4, here is a maximum equal 25 of 8 and x equal negative 1. Here is a minimum equal 2. This is the first part we have gotten. Okay, so another one part, remember, when the x is among 2 and 0, the x become positive. If the x among 0 and 2, then the 6y squared plus 3x minus 1 will become 2. Will become 2 plus x minus x squared and plus 3x minus 1. Here is very important. I just to make it highlight. Okay, make it highlight. I know you need highlight. Okay. So that is equal negative 2x squared plus 5x plus 3. And leave out the negative 2 and the x half. 5 over 4. Bracket becomes square and plus 49a. So when this time x equal 5 of 4. Here is the maximum equal 49 of 8. And when the x is equal 0, here is the minimum equal 2. This is the 2 sentence. Okay, so from the 1 and the 2, we compare. We just know the original equation, the biggest one when we talk about the maximum. The 49 of 8 is bigger than 25 of 8. So the original equation's maximum is 49 of 8. So if you understand this way, so the minimum 1 is 2, the minimum 1 is 3. So which one will win? The minimum. So that is the 2. So from the 1 to we can know that the original equation maximum is 49 of A, and the minimum is 2. Okay, it is 3. Okay, can you understand this? I have explained it already to you. And how about it? Tell me. It's very simple, isn't it? Discovery is simple now. Very simple. After these procedures, the process I have told you. Can you feel it is very simple one? That's the main thought in the mathematics. The mathematics is just called simple. The mathematics is always called simple. Okay, so that is my old joke. So okay, the time is up. I have just cost so much time. So next video we will just solve another questions. So I hope this week we can just to complete all the questions we have. Okay, thank you for your watching. See you next time. Bye bye.